know you're somewhere, somewhere.
Hi Libra, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. Today, Libra, you guys got Pig Spirit. Use your mind wisely. Number 47. You could be dealing with some sort of soulmate here. I feel like something is turning around for you with the wheel. Like, obviously that's what the wheel means, but you also have the Ace of Cups here and the 10. So that 10 symbolizes something is ending and something you can begin once something ends. So this might not be for you. This might be for this masculine, that something is changing in their life. Something, I feel like this wheel though, that's being turned, again, whether it's this person or you who's turning the wheel, it's gonna affect you, Libra. That's what they're letting you know. It's gonna affect you. It's like if this person is turning the wheel in their life, then they could be coming straight to you. That's what I'm getting. And if this is you turning the wheel, then you could be headed straight to this person. So again, it doesn't really matter. It's like the chicken or the egg right now. It doesn't matter. The wheel is turning, and that means something really positive for you in your life. And I feel like right now you may be stressing and thinking that like something good isn't coming in your life, or something might not, I feel like for some of you who are feeling a little down, feeling a little hopeless, feeling a little bit like, why do things never work out for me, or why can't this person just realize something, or why couldn't this person, like if you're like in that state, they're saying use your mind wisely, because the reality is like whatever's meant for you will be for you. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like something here is definitely meant for you. So let's pull a little bit more, Libra. But I'm getting right now, like there's nothing that you need to stress out about. Like the wheel has, I kind of feel like the wheel has already turned, to be honest. Which is why they're saying like be smart about how you use your mind at this time, because the wheel has already technically turned. That's kind of what I'm getting. Let's pull more though. So Libra, I was saying before in the meditative session, in the beginning, to not really worry, like to use your mind wisely right now and know that everything is like working for you in your best interest, because you do end with the heaven and earth here. So again, it's like coinciding how like things are going to work out for you. You end with heaven and earth. I think that there was something recently that didn't go your way, and you're still stuck in that energy perhaps of like, oh, this didn't go my way with this person, and that sucks. But the reality here is like, I think it's just the ego that's kind of feeling bruised right now. You know what I mean? It's just your ego that's like upset that this didn't work out the way you wanted it to. You know, we all have like an idea in our mind of how we want shit to go. And then when it doesn't go that way, we freak out. And I think the one who's freaking out right now is this part of you, this ego, which is completely normal. It's a completely human like thing to have your ego when things don't go the way you planned for it to go, to kind of freak out. You know what I mean? And what you need to do is just say to your ego, you know, like, it's fine. It didn't need to go that way, because again, whatever's for me is going to be for me. And if it didn't work out, let's just say something was up and, you know, things didn't work out the way I wanted it to, maybe that's in my best interest and I need to chill out. And that's what I really want to keep telling you guys. There's something about like your mind right now that could be restless or just thinking the worst, you know? I think that's what's kind of happening too. Like your mind is saying, maybe this didn't happen because of this, right? And you're letting your like imagination run wild right now. And I think that's kind of another warning here. Like, don't let your imagination, like if you don't know what the facts are, like don't let your imagination go wild. You know what I mean? We see things on Instagram, or we see things on social media about people that we're like talking about, or people that we're discussing, people that we like, and then we start freaking out. Like, don't freak out, okay, Libra? Like, they're just saying, like, don't worry. Like, some things, they don't appear, just because they appear a certain way doesn't mean that that's actually the way it is, okay? And, like, before you have all the facts down, like, don't like, let your ego go in a direction where it's like, you know, I saw this person hanging out with Brittany, I don't know, and, now I can't believe he would hang out with her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see this person ever again. Oh my God, they lied to me. Like, it's like, don't even stress about it. Again, they're like, use your mind wisely right now. So if you are looking at someone's social media, if you are freaking out right now, don't, because like, again, there's so much more to the story that you're not seeing. That's what I'm getting. I am getting, though, that something has been balanced out. And it could be with this masculine. I kind of feel like it's with them. Like they're turning the wheel in their life, perhaps. And because they're turning the wheel, I kind of feel like this is the person that we're involved with. Like this is the person that we're talking about, this masculine. So let's pull more on this masculine, because I think the balancing out is happening to them. Okay, so there's a lot of events that are happening in this person's life right now, this masculine's life. Okay, this could be you or this could be them. You might not be speaking to this person right now with message of concern. This could be somebody that like broke up with you, someone who had something not too nice to say. With message of concern, again, it could be anything, but it's some sort of communication that's like negative. You know what I mean? It's not, again, it doesn't even have to be negative, but it's not what you wanted to hear at the time. Okay, it's like it wasn't according to the plan that you had with this person. Whatever they messaged you, whatever was this message of concern, again, it wasn't something that you wanted to hear from this masculine. And now with great fortune, unexpected income, high honor, there's like these major life events that are happening to this person with great fortune. I feel like this person is the one that's choosing to balance themselves out. And I feel like this person is the one that's choosing to turn the wheel in their life. I feel like there was some sort of temptation or something lingering around them in their life. And I feel like they're deciding to let this go, whatever this 9 of Pentacles is. You see unexpected income, high honor, message, and pathway. See, like they're choosing a pathway here, this masculine. What was the temptation? What was the tempting energy for them? I want to know. There's something about their mindset that was unbalanced. So I don't even know if it was a particular person that was tempting them, because they're coming up here as a masculine, King of Coins in reverse with the 8 of Coins and the 4 of Coins and the 9 of Coins. So I think a concern to this person could be like just money. Honestly, like everything that's coming out here is Pentacle energy, like 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and then 9 of Pentacles again. So yeah, it's like all this money, all this energy of money or wealth. I think that's something that was, again, if it wasn't a temptation of another person, which I'm not getting here, another person, then the temptation here had to do with something about work, had to do with something about like being single and continuing to do work. Like I just see them here not wanting to hold on to this relationship because I don't know if there's like financial difference between you and them. Like, you know, maybe they're like rich, or they're somebody who's very successful, or maybe you're the very rich one and they're the ones that aren't like as successful. But there seems to be like this concern about money here for this person. So again, I'm not getting like third party energy with this person. I'm getting like this person was just concerned about either remaining single with the 9 of Pentacles, because you have the 9 of Pentacles twice. It could have been just being single and putting work in. To like continue working, to continue gaining wealth. And another thing is like when someone is very accustomed to like working, right? And they work every day and they work all night. I think like to get into a relationship wouldn't really be like the wisest thing, right? It would take time away from the relation. It would take time away from work. And I feel like this person maybe at this time just wanted to prioritize work. You see here, Ace of Wands in reverse. Exactly. Like I don't want to prioritize the relationship. I want to prioritize work. I want to prioritize myself, and I know like I can't give to both things. So I feel like that was the temptation for this person. That was the thing that this person was kind of focusing on. And you see abundance here is here in reverse. So there's something about this person in abundance. There's something about this person in like pentacle energy and money. Maybe they just have the scarcity mindset, honestly, this lack mentality. Like I don't ever have enough, you know what I mean? And that's like an issue. That really is an issue. Because it leads to like feeling like, you know, when things are, it's like somebody who doesn't know when things are good, you know what I mean? And they keep going and going and going, and they don't live their life and they don't enjoy their life. They just kind of work. But it just kind of seems like this person didn't want to prioritize their relationship. They didn't want to put energy into the relationship with you if this is like resonating with you. I feel like they kind of just wanted to like keep putting the focus on work and keep putting the focus on them. And I think their own mentality, the scarcity mindset that they had, because abundance in reverse kind of tells me like they had a scarcity mindset, and that's what kind of led them to maybe sending you this message of concern. What did they say to you? Because I know a message of concern is here. They definitely said something to you, like, again, about maybe not wanting to start on a relationship. Maybe like, it's always like a breakup to me. Yeah, it's like a message about the amount of work that they wanted to put in, and I feel like they probably were like, I need to focus on other things here. I just feel like they weren't sure. We have Two of Wands here, and we have Two of Pentacles here. So it's like they weren't sure about what to put work in. But I feel like they communicated to you like that they weren't going to advance in your direction because they like need to figure some shit out. And I think that's kind of what this read is. It's like somebody who, because of the mindset that they have, probably didn't take an opportunity with you. And I feel like with Use Your Mind Wisely, you're probably freaking out, or your ego's been hurt, and you just feel like, you know, what's the point of talking to this person? What's the point of being around this person? If they didn't see my worth then, like what's going to make them see my worth now? But I feel like I hate to say this, but I feel like it doesn't have that much to do with you, Libra. I feel like it has a lot to do with them and who they are as a person and how they think and like what they feel. And how like they handle situations that arise. I feel like they're not good at like surprise situations or things that are unexpected. This seems like the type of person who has to think about something for like 100 years. You know what I mean? Before they like make a decision. And we are talking about Libra, so maybe they're Libra, I don't know, but it's kind of interesting because Libras are indecisive as shit. My sister's a Libra. I know. It's a stereotype, but I mean, I've seen it firsthand. Let's see, Two of Pentacles. Yeah. See, I don't think they wanted to be sneaky, but I just don't think they knew what they wanted with the Star in reverse. This is like, I don't know what direction I'm heading in. I don't know what I want now. Again, someone who's just like majorly confused, because again, I think like they probably messaged you and told you like that they were unsure of what to do. You probably like, okay, if you're not sure, then I don't want anything to do with you. Like, fuck it. Let's stop speaking. And now they're feeling like left out in the cold with abundance in reverse. They're realizing that it has something to do with them. Again, that's why I keep telling you, it has nothing. I don't think this has anything to do with you. Like where this is coming from, why this person isn't speaking to you, like where they went, where did they go. I feel like it has a lot to do with them, and there's something about their mentality on abundance. Yeah, see, King of Wands in reverse. Maybe this person is literally afraid of like a higher level of commitment, and they're afraid of like tradition, and they're afraid of like getting married and settling down, and they're afraid, honestly. That could be one part. Another thing I'm getting is like some people don't view like let's just be honest, there's some people here who like don't want kids. There's some people that don't like even want to create a family. Like, you know, like there are people in this world who are not, you know, we're not all the same. And there's something about like the way that they viewed a high level of commitment, and the way that they view family, and the way that they view like their legacy. There's something here about that too. But they're being counseled on it. So I feel like I feel like this person was just like honestly freaking the fuck out. I feel like they might have left you and like stopped speaking to you and sent you some sort of message. It's like they put in a lot of work and then they like kind of disappeared, and I feel like it has a lot to do with them. So again, use your mind wisely. This doesn't have anything to do with you. In reality, it has a lot to do with them, and then the way that they see things. And I kind of feel like this person sees things not for what they are. They're confused. You know what I mean? Like they don't see things. It's like if you have a child, like you should consider a child a blessing. It's a miracle. It's like a blessing. You know what I mean? For a child to come out healthy and a child to be born, it's a blessing, right? Like we shouldn't look at it any other way. But it's like this person, because of their confusion, because of their lack mentality, this person is like the type of person that would be like, oh my God, like they would view it the opposite. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they seem to see everything in reverse. Like they seem to be having some sort of confusion at this time. And the counselor is really trying to help them, because it's like, where does this come from? Where does this lack mentality come from? Are you just afraid that, like, if you have kids or you get married, like, this kind of reminds me of somebody who maybe, like, would want someone to sign a prenup, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what, I need to, like, you know, I don't want you to, like, take all my money, I need to sign a prenup. Like, that's the type of person that I feel like we're dealing with. Like, I just kind of feel like this person, they're just, like, they seem to be that type of person, to be honest. They just seem to be the type of person that, like, wealth is very important to them, money is very important to them, and again, maybe that's what they prioritize, work and money, instead of, like, family. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe you came in and made them start to question their own lives, you know, and their own existence. And I feel like that's very confusing for someone like this. So I feel like if they stopped communicating with you and they didn't value you and they didn't put you as a priority, it wasn't necessarily because of anything you did. I feel like it's because of the confusion within this person and because of the way they see things. And like they obviously don't see things for what they really are. That's the truth here. They're seeing material wealth as like the almighty God, right? And that's not anything. And the 3D, again, ego's like ruling them, right? And in reality, the 3D is like, it's all going to come and go. You know what I mean? It's all bullshit at the end of the day, the 3D. We're meant to enjoy ourselves here. We're not meant to, like, be a slave to money and then die. Do you know what I'm saying? The counselor's trying to help them. There's someone trying to guide them in this situation. It could be their higher selves. It could be their heart. It could be someone that passed away and, like, loves them and is trying to help them. A mother figure. 2 of Pentacles. This is a mother in this story, so it could be a mom. But someone's trying to guide them to, like, listen to their heart. Like, too many cards fell out. Yeah, you see, to stop, you see, like, it's like what they think is God and, like, what they think is, like, worthy of, like, time and everything is devil energy. You know what I mean? And this counselor is trying to tell them, like, look at what you're prioritizing. Like, stop. Like, this shouldn't be a confusing thing. Like, for you and me, it's for you and I, whatever. For us, it's not a confusing message, right? But for this person, it really is. So again, I just keep getting the message, like, it's nothing to do with you. It's this person and, like, who they are and what they prioritize and what they've learned to appreciate in this 3D, which has nothing to do with, like, love and respect and family and traditions and all these, like, beautiful things that traditional things can lead to. It's like the opposite, you know what I mean? It's like a different type of lifestyle, a single lifestyle, an in and out lifestyle, a life of money, a life of, like, greed, but it has nothing to do with, like, these 2 things that I think are probably some of the most important things, like your legacy and who you are and who you marry and like the traditions that you take from your home. And maybe you're a very traditional person and they met you and they know you want to have all these traditional things and they're just like, that's not what I want. But I think someone's trying to help them see what's actually valuable here in this 3D. So what is the 6 of Wands? I feel like they have to balance themselves out before they come to you. Again, 2 of Swords. A decision has to be made. So many 2s, man. It's kind of like, what's victory to you? Is victory, this person has to decide, like, is victory, like, being the bachelor? Is victory being the person that, like, has a million friends but, like, has no one really around? Or is value, like, this Queen of Cups? Is value having someone that you can trust and rely on and create with? Like, what is valuable to you? What is victory to you? Like, this person really doesn't know. And they're trying to figure that out. And with the Tower in reverse, this has been a long time coming. This person avoids it. You know when you're, like, the type of person that, like, you always put shit into work and you always put shit into money and then you realize you have no friends and no family around you? Are you going to keep up with the facade that, like, your life is amazing and brilliant? Yeah, because, like, you don't want to have a mental breakdown and say, wow, like, nothing in my life real or of value exists, because money isn't shit, right? And fake friends isn't shit. But that's what this person is surrounded by. So they've been avoiding this Tower because if they were to look at what's actually around them and see what's around them and see who's around them and see, like, what their life has become, I feel like they would, like, literally not be able to function. So the Tower in reverse to me is this person like really stalling the energy because they really don't want to see the truth. They rather live in the delusion of like that this is amazing than see the truth, which is and the counselor's trying to get them to see the truth, but I feel like it's a slow thing, because if you let this person see everything for what it is in 1 second, I feel like this person would have like a mental breakdown. Like, I honestly mean it. Like, you don't want this person to see everything too quickly, because I feel like they would lose it. So I feel like the counselor's actually trying to get them to see things a little bit slowly, because again, it's like not easy to see the things that they need to see right now. Yeah, they're rethinking what happened between you and them, and why they were unable to commit, and why they ran away, and why they rejected your offer, and why they made that decision, and was that the best decision for them in their life? Probably not. Yeah. I think if they were to allow themselves to see what the reality is, and the fact that they rejected something really beautiful and really pure, it would be really hard for them. So I kind of feel like this might be the reading to say, yeah, this person, they live their life like wearing a mask, and they live their life with a veil because they don't want to see. And the counselor is trying to get them to see, but only they can choose to see. And again, why would anyone want to see this? Like, this is something that you don't necessarily want to see, because it's pretty devastating to see, like, that, like, you don't really have good friends, and you don't really have good, you don't have family around you, you don't have a legacy. When you die, you don't have kids, and you're not married, and you don't have close relationships, and everyone around, you know what I mean? Like, all these things are not easy to see for this person. So, again, it was just easier. I feel like whoever you are, you stuck out, and you made this person see things, and I don't think they like to see them. So I feel like that was why you were the one that had to go. Because it's either like they reject their whole lifestyle, or they just reject you. And it's easier to just reject the one than to reject the other 100 things, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I don't know how we're going to end this, but that's kind of what I'm getting. Like, I'm just getting like this person, they might not be victorious, and they might choose to wear the mask for the rest of their life. And if you have to let this person go, let them go. Because I just feel like this person just had this amazing chance to turn the wheel, and they didn't. They had this amazing chance to do all these things and to see everything, but it was easier for them, again, to reject the one than to reject everything else, right? So why are we ending on heaven and earth? We have the Knight of Cups, okay. With the Worlds in reverse, this could mean that you and this person have some sort of unfinished business. I'm getting two things, okay? I'm going to tell you. One thing I'm getting with the heaven and earth is like, this person might come towards you because they feel like things are unfinished between you, but their way of doing things might be like unconventional and might be a little different. Because again, remember I told you, like, the counselor's trying to show them things slowly. So I feel like maybe they might have to do this slowly with you. Like, they're not going to be the type of person that can give you everything that you need right now, because they themselves are not there yet. You know what I mean? So this might be the type of person that could give you everything, but like the way that they approach it has to be very slow, and it has to be very different than like any other person in your life that you've probably ever dated, just because of like the mindset of this person. And like also for the fact that I just feel like the spirit guides don't want this person to combust. Again, like, they don't want this person to see everything. It's like, again, they don't want this person to like have a nightmare, you know what I mean, where they walk in and see everything for what it is, because I think everything around them might be toxic and negative. So what I feel like Spirit is doing for this person is showing them it, letting them show it, and I feel like it's more of a feeling, like they feel it and they kind of know it subconsciously, and it's coming up to the surface. But like, I just feel like this person, they have to do things their own way. Like, they have to do things in their own time. With the Knight of Wands, I feel like the Knight of Wands kind of just does whatever the fuck they want. So this person, like, they have to feel like they can do it at their own pace and at their own time. Like, I don't think this person likes to feel pressured. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like one story that I'm getting, but I'm getting another story. Like, this heaven and earth could be for you, because even though you might feel like things have been unfinished between you and them, at the same time, I feel like you're not gonna choose somebody who, like if you're prioritizing tradition and relationships and love and like 10 of Cups energy, 10 of Pentacles energy, and you know what you want, you're not going to waste your time with this person. And maybe this is spirit kind of telling you guys that, like, you could have been sucked down by your ego. You could have been sucked down and said to yourself, wow, like, I got rejected and this sucks. But at the same time, you could pat yourself on the back right now, basically. You can pat yourself on the back right now and say, like, I won because I didn't let this person bring me down. And even though, like, I have a lot of love and care for them, I'm not going to be sucked down by them. And maybe that's what's been happening right now. Like, you have been using your mind wisely. You haven't been, like, worried about this person or stressed about this person. And I feel like spirit just wants to give you this message for you to know, for you to know the truth. That even if, like, I feel like it's just going to be very difficult for whoever this person is to, like, break free of this lifestyle and this really, like, of whatever they're around. And it might be easier just to, again, reject the one than to reject everything else. I do feel like they have unfinished business with you, and they could come forward again. Like, that's a message, but, like, they're going to do it on their own time. But I would be careful with this person. Yeah, I would be careful with this person. Just because I feel like you can't have it both ways. Like, you cannot live like this type of lifestyle and think and shit on tradition and families and then date like the conventional Queen of Cups who's like so intuitive and loving and wants to give you everything. Like, you can't, it's like kind of like that energy, like you cannot have both. It's like you can't be like, I don't know why. It's like an impossible mixing here. And I feel like the reality here is like this person has to choose, because there's so many cards of making a decision. And I feel like this person doesn't want to make a decision. I feel like they just want to continue their life the way it is and continue to have you as well. But like, again, it's like you can't have both. You can't remain confused. You can't have this person, and then have this feeling in your stomach like, wow, these two are not congruent. They don't go together. Like, this lifestyle and this lifestyle don't live, like they don't match. And then pretend like it's perfect and everything's fine, because it's not. And you're gonna live a life of confusion. So again, it's like maybe this person can try to give you what you want, like immediate, like pleasure and immediate satisfaction. But like, be careful with this person, because I don't think that they've come to any sort of clarity with the moon ending this. Like, I don't think that they're clear. Like, they have this opportunity again to turn the wheel and to balance it, but that would have to be, again, them speaking to their subconscious and knowing like what the fuck they're doing here. And I feel like this person hasn't gotten any clearer, to be honest. Not with them ending with the moon. I kind of feel like they just, again, it's like this is both of them. Like, they feel like they have unfinished business with you and they want to go towards you in Nine of Cups energy. But at the same time, they want to live in this Knight of Wands energy and have no blockages towards like the lifestyle that they live. And they don't, it's just like, it doesn't match. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that you can't have it all in life. It's not about like having it all or not. It's about this energy that just doesn't match. Like, the lifestyle that they live with who they're matching up to in this Hierophant 10 of Coins, it doesn't match. It doesn't go together. Changes will have to probably be made. And it's like, this person kind of doesn't want to make any changes. So I kind of get like, that's not going to work. It just can't work. It won't work. So instead of this person like fixing or making any sort of decision, I feel like they just kind of like took a look around, still noticed that they were lonely without you, still noticed that like they can't have anyone like you. They're not meeting anybody that's real. They're still around fake people. And it's like... it's just like we went in a whole big circle here because nothing has changed. Like they knew you were a real one from day one. They pushed you away because they weren't sure of what the fuck they were doing, and now they're still not sure of what the fuck they're doing. So it's like we just went in a circle and someone still doesn't know what they're doing. Interesting. I would be careful with this person. It takes energy and time and decision making to turn the wheel. The wheel doesn't turn because you just say to yourself, I'm going to include this person in my life and the wheel's going to turn. I'm going to keep doing everything that I want to do. I'm going to keep living the life that I want to live, and this person's just going to have to like acclimate to me. Like, no, that's not how this works. Like, you have to make the decisions. You have to do the changes. If you want the heaven and earth, you have to make the choice. And I don't think this person made any choices. So I would just be careful with them, to be honest. If this person approaches you, which I feel like they are, I would ask them, like, what did they figure out? Like, what's different? What's changed? What if they say, like, nothing really, they just needed time, and you kind of want to push it further and understand, like, but what really happened here? Like, did something change? And I don't feel like anything has changed. I feel like they're still around the fake people. I still feel like they praise the dollar, almighty dollar. I still feel like they might shit on legacy and traditions and marriage. So it's like, if you want to live in the 3D and be like in like this kind of devil energy, go for it. Or you want to like come into this part of the world and like go into like tradition and marriage and having kids and stuff, okay, go for it. It's not saying that you can't have both, but like you have to make some sort of choice as to which one you're going to maybe pursue more. And I feel like they haven't made any decisions, to be honest. I don't think they have. I think this person just wants to have it all. And again, there's nothing wrong with wanting it all, but you have to make decisions to have it all. It's like, put more time into this, put less time into this. And I kind of feel like this person, I kind of feel like they'll just kind of rope you along into the same shit. I would be careful. They have this choice, they have this option, but I don't know if they're going to go for it. Like, I don't know. You see, like, some sort of ending has to happen. And this person, like, hasn't done it. We have healing wounds and then endings. Like, something has to end here. And, like, they haven't made that decision. Let's pull a little more and then I'll give you guys some advice. Okay, see? The energy is intensifying for them, which means that they're headed in the right path, 100%. And with sharing, I feel like this is about that lack mentality that they had, that like abundance problem that they had. Like, maybe sharing would make everything good for them. Maybe like they've never known how to share their life. They've never known how to share with another person. And maybe if they realize that wealth and abundance comes from within and it doesn't come from material objects, then they're on the right path. Like, they want to share, you know what I mean? Everything comes from within me. Material wealth isn't really shit. Like, again, if they change like this whole attitude and this has this whole adjustment, and the energy is intensifying for them, you know what I mean? So like, they could be on the right path, but then we have compromise here. And again, that's them having to make a choice. That's them having to kind of see, like, again, you can't, like, I hate to say like you can't have it all, but it's like you either believe that like wealth comes from within you, or you believe that it comes from the external and you're a slave to the 3D. Like, you cannot have it both ways. And that's where I feel like this person has to make that decision. Like, what is true abundance to me? What is wealth to me? What do I actually want? Like, what's the lifestyle here? So they're just sitting here experiencing, but they haven't made that decision. And that's what I'm saying. Slow down is here. Turning in, yeah, that's what they have to do to figure out what abundance is. That's exactly what I was saying. And there's something here that has to be healed for sure. So I feel like this person has to heal something. Healing came up twice. They have to heal something before they can move forward with you. And it's like that part of them that believes that like the 3D is like the only wealth, you know what I mean? And like that wealth doesn't come from within, and that sharing isn't like fun, you know what I mean? And like, the more, you know, we believe, like, I feel like if you're on tarot and you believe in like manifestation, you believe in energy, you believe that like if you give, you will receive, right? Like, if you believe that if you put something out there in the universe, you'll get it back, right? This person doesn't know that principle, so it's confusing to them. But again, if they want to participate with you, they have to learn how to integrate. And they're saying this person's just been conditioned for so long. it could be better just to be friends, honestly. It could be. They're telling you to have courage right now because it's like, it could be very easy to just go back with this person and like kind of live, you know. If you have to be different, if you have to be the one to say no to this person, then say no to this person. Just be careful with them, because I feel like they're still unclear. They still haven't made their decision. And you're not there to convince this person either of anything. You're not there to like convince them of shit. It's not your job. It's not your responsibility. And you're not there to heal them either. Okay? So just be careful. Like I definitely feel like they're on the premise of figuring shit out, but they have to be the one to make that choice. Like they cannot keep going and just like, there has to be this decision that's made in their heart and like in their soul, you know what I mean, about what's been going on, and healing of what they've been conditioned to like know and love needs to happen before they can like move forward with you. So I'm not saying that like this person won't choose the path, because they do have the option of choosing this path. This option has always been here, just like the wheel is here as well, but like they have to choose it. I feel like that's where they're at right now. Like they haven't made that decision yet, but I feel like they might hit you up. And I feel like they might want to talk to you. But again, it's not your job to convince this person of anything. Let's get advice. Okay, so I find this so interesting because with Queen Esther, it says the morning star, my ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. It's just interesting because we're talking a lot about this person's ego versus, I guess, their soul, right? And I love what the book says. It says, when we are in service of love, we are following our soul. And when we are in service of the ego, and when the ego is in service of the soul, divine timing ensues. So it's like everything has to be working for the soul, not for the ego, right? It's like we can use our ego and help us, help that with our like purpose in life. You know, our ego can actually be it's not supposed to be something that like screws up and ruins our life because we only listen to our ego. The ego is supposed to be in service of the soul. So if this person can learn to use their ego, and that's why I feel like sharing was here. If they can learn to see how abundant they are and like how it really comes from within, and like how sharing can only make them feel more abundant and more alive, then like their ego would be in service of their soul. But they have to understand that. And right now I feel like to them it's like, it kind of reminds me of like that principle I was telling you. It's like, if I give you $1, maybe I don't get anything back, right? And now I lost $1. Like, you see, this is why I don't like to share. Like, that's kind of how this person feels to me. Like, their ego is like, why share when you can have it all? You know what I mean? And I feel like, again, you can't have it both ways. You have to choose. You have to choose. It's like, are you going to be in service of ego, or are you going to be in service of your soul? Make a choice. And I feel like this is a message to the feminine here, that everything is aligning in divine timing, to trust your soul. What do I intuitively know will happen in divine timing for me? So again, if like whatever this person does right now, I would just be careful, okay? I would be careful, because I don't feel like this person has decided. And then they got the Father as the archetype. I like how this card, again, like the first thing I saw was the duality, right? Like it's very dark and then it's very light. Like the tree has two sides. And I feel like that's this person right now. Like they have two sides. And again, maybe this card is saying that there doesn't have to be a choice. But I feel like there has to be one between ego and soul, personally. The Father can never resolve or escape duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the Father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. I feel like that could be a message to the feminine. Like, notice the fact that this person does have this duality. Notice the fact that this is like actually part of the archetype of the masculine energy, of the Father, of the Emperor. And understand that like, they're saying that the child is allowed to grow beyond it. So again, if you feel like, you see beyond this person and you see beyond this, and you're just not, like, again, if this person doesn't want to ever make a choice and they want to live their life with this duality, I feel like it's fair. But again, it's only fair if the ego is in service of the soul. if they use their ego to be in service to something greater. Again, but like if they never choose that and they choose to live through ego, then again, I feel like the message is to just understand that this person does have two sides, and what side they're choosing right now isn't the right one, but that's not your problem, okay? So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I definitely feel like this person's going to hit you up. I definitely feel like this person's not having decided, and I feel like the decision is going to come down to you. And I don't feel like you have to try to convince this person of anything. This is all this person having to learn. So that's what I'm getting, Libra. I love you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.